So I just figured I would hop on here to document this because this is one of the more vulnerable parts of van life that you don't get to see. And so currently Fallon and we just got done talking with our parents. And we're seeking advice because we're both kind of facing this point where something's got to give here soon, because she starts medical school, which is such an amazing thing, and I'm so happy for her, as are her parents. But on the flip side, my dream is, to be doing this, to be documenting and waking up in different places and not knowing what the next day is going to be and letting it unfold. So I'm talking about possibilities for the future. Truthfully, we both want to make it work and thinking about which route to go. There are a few moments in life where you have an inflection point or a decision to make where you could go one way and your life could completely change, or you could go another and it can completely change in a different route. Val, do you want to say anything? No?
I'm not really sure, honestly. I mean, mostly I just want it to work.
Currently, I am faced with the decision of whether or not to go back to a job or to continue doing this, working on a craft that I've come to love and enjoy, and know that it will be a long, hard road before making anything profitable from. And in the same right, Fallon is, chasing her dream of becoming a doctor, and so excited for her that she's been to her medical school interview for the second year in a row and now is finally accepted into the University of Iowa. But as I scrolled on LinkedIn this morning looking at potential jobs and sales, which is what I used to work in, I couldn't help but feel this overwhelmingly increasing tidal wave of anxiety hit me as I thought about going back into a job which I wasn't passionate about. I constantly wanted more out of life. Fallon and I have been together for nearly 5 years and have had so many incredible journeys, from meeting on the Appalachian Trail to living in our first condo where I got my first big boy job and struggled through those 3 years of sales to be able to buy the van and build out the van and now live and travel on the road full time, and the prospect of going back to doing something that isn't fulfilling. I know there are always sacrifices to be made in life. I just don't know what to do. I also don't want to put Val in a situation where she's scared or sad or alone.
I don't know. We're just having yet another conversation. Relationships are hard and big changes are hard. I guess that's sort of the long and short of it.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. Do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you.
So we just pulled up into the Crater Village parking lot, and this bank right here is like literally 10 feet tall. It's at the bottom of the shutters right there. As you walk in the parking lot this way, the bank that has been plowed or hadn't been plowed is taller than all of these vehicles. Is that a rock?
Oh! That took the wind out of me, actually.
Okay, so we are here at Crater Lake in the winter, and it is definitely the most snow I've ever seen in my life. It's just crazy. Like, this is a drop for about 200 to 300 feet right behind me, and then the entire bowl is just covered in snow. It's beautiful. Great thing about coming in the off season is there's way less people. After visiting Crater Lake, we set off down the recently plowed streets to find a lake nearby, Diamond Lake. It was a lake in which we would sit at for a week, contemplating, thinking, and cherishing each other's times before Fallon set off for a flight back home. Oregon, often known for its green landscapes and moody mists, was becoming a rather sentimental state, and one in which we would have to make a decision for us either to remain after van life together or to split and me stay on the road. Here you go.
Oh no.
Will it rate? It'll reach, come on. Make it reach.
I don't think it's gonna reach.
So currently, because we have not showered in 15 days, we have now made it up to Lapine Campground, which is right south of Bend. Up until this point, we've just taken river dips and lake baths and everything, but it is finally time that we go to a campground. Okay, so we just got done with that yucky mess. It is now time to go take a shower. Val is patiently waiting. She will be getting hers next.
That's okay, I'm happy sitting in the chair.
I also had to do most of the poopy job.
That's true.
So he or she who does the poopy job takes the shower first. After we left the campground, we decided to head inward, into Bend, a town that's quaint and known for various outdoor recreational activity, as well as encompassing itself. We had heard that there was a secret gym in Bend, one that we just had to check out before Fallon would be leaving on this trip. One in which, if you were born in the 90s, you definitely will remember. Once we got to Portland, I dropped Val off. She headed east for New York to visit a friend who was having a bachelorette party. After seeing some of the most beautiful waterfalls with Fallon the week before, I set off for a more solitude time with Augie. As we looked at these sheer cliffs and even got to run around Haystack, one of the most notorious and iconic pieces of all of Oregon's coast. We ended up having to find a place to camp in the middle of nowhere, believing that it would be illegal to camp near Haystack. So we drove north and eventually stumbled upon what would be the outskirts of Olympic National Park, one of the most beautiful places I've been to date. Doing this was a rather wholesome experience and some much needed self-reflection time that I needed. Fallon was, again, now in New York, and as she was there, I was thinking about if I were to stay out on the road alone, what would this mean? What would I do? What do I want? Where would I want to go from here without her? get down to where Augie is right now. We have to come through basically this trail that's just stunning, lined with rainforest of sorts. And then we walk over to this ledge, and it's like a steep traverse down, maybe like a 10-foot drop or so. So I'm gonna try to bring you down with me. Hopefully I don't fall. Phew, close one. To be able to be out in Olympic National Park, camping in places like this, it's gonna be hard to leave. Definitely gonna be hard to leave. Doesn't mean that the next chapter is not going to be equally as sunny. I guess there's just a certain amount of love I have in the uncertainty and the semblance of life as we make it. That will be missed, but for now, we cherish it. So today is the last day that I can use my annual park pass, America the Beautiful. Our final stop was the Ho Rainforest, in which was something that is almost fairy tale-like. As you walk through these trails, engulfed by moss-covered trees, you get lost in the whimsy of what is real life? Why can't it be this? Is it something that I want to remain a part of me? How can I do that? This place is enchanting, truly unworldly, a place that you see in videos and Nat Geo films that you one day hope to go to, and being underneath the breadth of canopies, I was lost in my head of where to go next, but also enjoying the present moment. In this rainforest, in this realm of endless enchantment, every path that we tread felt like a portal into a whole different world, where imagination would flow, and it knew no bounds, and the ordinary transformed into the extraordinary. The towering trees felt ancient and wise, and seemed to whisper their tales of time. I kept encouraging them to give me some sort of answer, but alas, there was not one. With our eyes wide and our heart open, looking for answers, we traverse these landscapes, each moment a treasure and each sight a marvel, from the rugged elegance of Haystack Rock to the verdant wonderland of the Ho Rainforest. Our journey was a celebration of nature's grandeur, a symphony of sights and sounds that awakened this childlike awe within us. Inside of me, there was a storm brewing, a clash of dreams and realities. For so long, Vanlife has been my sanctuary, a canvas of endless horizons where every day was painted with freedom and discovery. The open road has been my home, our home, the night sky our ceiling, and the call of the wild my constant companion. Each sunrise brought a new promise, and each sunset left me with a sense of infinite possibilities. But shortly, on the horizon, a new chapter looms, one that demands stability, predictability, roots. My partner is about to embark on a rigorous journey of medical school, a path that requires unwavering dedication and a fixed location. The open road must give way to the corridors of academia, and our rolling home must anchor to a place where dreams of healing and knowledge can flourish, and exploration is no longer on an open road. This internal battle rages within me. On one side, the wanderer spirit yearns for the freedom of van life, the thrill of the unknown, the intoxicating beauty of nature's ever-changing canvas. On the other side, My partner, Fallon, who loves deeply and supports unconditionally, understands the necessity of her own sacrifices. The dreams of one must make room for the dreams of the other. As she made room for this dream of van life, I know to stay with her, I must make room for her dream of becoming a doctor one day. The weight of this decision presses heavily on my heart. It's a conflict between the call of the wild and the call of love, between the pursuit of endless adventures and the commitment to a shared future. The van, our beloved home on wheels for these last 16 months, stands as a symbol of all that we have experienced together, the laughter, the challenges, the moments of pure, unfiltered joy. Yet, it also represents a chapter that must come to a close, at least for now. As I ponder on this transition, I'm filled with deep emotion. The road ahead is uncertain, not because it's unknown, but because of the certainties that it demands. Letting go of van life feels like letting go of a part of my soul, a part that has defined me and has set me free once again. But in the sacrifice, there is also a profound act of love, a willingness to trade my dreams for the dreams of the one I hold dear. So as I face this internal battle, I strive to find solace in the knowledge that this journey too is part of our story. The van, like meeting each other on the Appalachian Trail, may rest, but our spirits will continue to roam, to scratch and itch for, finding new ways to explore and grow together.